up, everybody? This is Scott. Why I Compete. Today, I'm going to turn the video over to Alicia Denice, IFBB Bikini Pro. She is going to be running you through some glute stuff, show you how to activate your glutes and stuff like that to be able to work on what some women call a troubled body part. So it'll tighten up everything, and she's going to show you her workout. Along assisting her is co-owner of Why I Compete, Emily Seegers. She is going to be helping working out today with Alicia, and those two are going to be showing you how to do a glute targeted workout.
So before you start your workup on glutes, you want to make sure that you're going to activate them. Just kind of, you know, the body awareness that you're going to be working the glutes, because your quads and your hamstrings try to, you know, take over control of your glute workout sometimes. So you want to make sure that you're going to activate your glutes and let them know that they're the working part that day. So I like to start off, and I will do a lot of body weight exercises, some body weight squats, some straight leg kickbacks, some donkey kicks. So we'll go through those three. So just essentially just a regular body weight squat where you're coming down, sitting, keeping your chest up, rocking your weight to your heel, and engaging your muscle. And you're gonna come back up and squeeze at the top and repeat. And you're just gonna do that, you know, 15 to 20 times until you can bring activation to your glutes. So, okay, so this is just basic and simple. So you'll just squat, sitting in, keeping chest up, rocking your weight to your heels, and then coming down to about parallel, bringing it back up and squeezing, and just repeating, making sure that you're feeling that in your glute region. And squeeze through the top, pushing through your heels so that you're activating everything in the back. Okay. The straight leg kickbacks, you know, find something to stabilize yourself on, bend, and just kick back, squeezing your glute. Sometimes turn your toe so that you can make sure that you're engaging. Turn your toe out so you can feel your glute engaging there. Just getting the blood flowing and activating. You feel it there. And then you would change legs and do about 15 to 20 on each side. And also a donkey kick, same manner, kind of same thing. And then just kicking straight up and pulsing, toe to the ceiling.
Toe to the ceiling? Okay.
Yeah, like just pulse, like tap, tap, tap. You feel it here?
Yes, not a cramp.
Yeah. And then, you know, 15 to 20 times on each side. So that should be, you feel your glutes engaging? Okay, so that's waking your glutes up and getting you ready for your workout. Okay, so one of my favorite glute exercises is the hip thrust. That's really going to target your main big glute muscle, your gluteus maximus. So when you do this, you want to start off, you're going to have your bench, your bar, get you a pad. That's going to help with the, you know, discomfort of the bar whenever you're thrusting. Start off with only the weight of the bar. Make sure that you're in a good position and that you are feeling it where you want to work it. You know, make sure, again, like you're going to, you know, decide, you know, what muscle you're actually working, and make sure you can feel it there, okay? So when you get in position for your hip thrust, you want to make sure that when you drop down, your shoulders are going to be slightly above the bench. Okay, and you don't want to be arching here. You're gonna have your head up with your chin kind of at a neutral, more tucked to your chest. And then your feet placement, to feel it most in your glutes, you're gonna have your feet more so where when you get to a tabletop position, that they're gonna be in more so of a 90-degree angle. So you'll lift the bar, you're not going to move anything from your torso up. It's going to be all activated in your hips, dropping it down and bringing it up, and you want to squeeze at the top. Make sure that you do the full motion, dropping all the way down, squeezing all the way up, and hold. Okay? taller than me. So let me see. So your back, you actually may want to come up just a wee bit. There you go.
Okay.
And so the bottom of your scapula should be hitting the side of the pad. Okay. So good. And then of course, you know, you'll add your weight as you go. However, you want to make sure that you're not trying to be a hero and add a bunch of weight. You're not looking to just add weight. It doesn't matter about that. You're looking to train that specific muscle. And so when you're putting, you know, more and more weight on, you know, because you want to be the cool guy, then next thing you know, you're not targeting a specific muscle and you're putting yourself at risk for an injury, and that is not what you want to do. So with this exercise, you know, normally, obviously, like I said, you want to start off, just use the weight of the bar, make sure that you get comfortable with that. And then, you know, you want to do maybe 10 to 12, you know, starting off. As you add your weight, you know, do it, you know, until, you know, you're comfortable adding the weight, but maybe, you know, stick around the 10 to 12, you know, reps, maybe 4 sets, and that should be adequate for a beginner. Good. So we're going to start off with a basic squat on the Smith machine. You know, there's a lot of different variations of this. We're just going to go with a very basic squat. Again, adding your pad to help with the comfort on your shoulders. You're going to enter underneath. For this squat, we're going to have our legs just about, you know, shoulder length apart, shoulder width apart, and we're going to bring the bar onto our shoulders. There's your foot placement, you know, get comfortable with what feels good for you and your body. And you're gonna sit into it. When you sit, keeping your chest up straight, and you're sitting, leading with your glutes, rocking your weight into your heels for this exercise. Coming down, of course, again, there's a lot of different variations, but we're just gonna stay here, dropping slightly below parallel, pushing back up, and squeezing at the top. Come in here. And re-rack it. Perfect. As you see, her knees, they're not coming out, they're not jutting, you know, all different ways. She's staying stable, steady. Coming, dropping right below parallel. Coming back up and squeezing at the top. Perfect. And then also, you know, within this, if you do want to, you know, change your stance a little bit, we'll have her take her toes, point them out, and widen that stance just a little bit. This is a sumo squat.
That good?
Yep, looks good. And squat into that. And squeezing at the top. There you go. Feel that in the real deep part of your glute, yeah. Also narrow, you can do, bring your feet in closer. I'm really gonna work these quads coming down right there and back up. All right, next we're gonna show you how different elevations of the feet will work different spots. So if you really want to put the emphasis, we're going to put our toes here on this, and this is going to have us rock all our weight into the back side, and when she squats, she's going to feel it a lot more in her hams and her glutes. Just taking the tension off of the quads here. And then vice versa, elevating the heel. I'm gonna put a little more tension there on that quad. I'm not gonna stay there, right there, and up. Good. Okay, so the next exercise here on the Smith machine that we're going to show you today is going to be a stiff-legged deadlift. With this, you want to have your feet about shoulder width apart again, and you're going to release this. Now, one of the important things when you're doing this exercise is to watch your back positioning. You don't want to, you know, round that back out. You know, make sure that you're keeping a nice neutral spine when you come down so that you're not going to be injuring yourself. Come down. I like to keep my head at a neutral area too, and coming all the way down, bringing back up, shooting your hips forward and giving the good squeeze. Your knees should be slightly micro bent. Don't lock them out completely. Slightly micro bend them. Coming back up and squeezing. Yeah, there you go. And not too bent. So the knees will stay straight. So don't bend. So you're pivoting only at your hip. Yes. And knees stay straight. And the only thing you're doing is coming straight down. And these are just micro bent like that as to not lock them out. There you go. And so you should feel all your tension right here. You should feel a good stretch and pull in your hamstrings. There you go. Jut the glutes out and then come back up and squeeze at the top. And then up and squeeze at the top. There you go. Right, like that, that's better. So yeah, this is where your action is, right here in your hips. And yep, push the booty out just a little bit as you're doing that. There you go. See again? Okay, so from start to finish today, you know, we showed you, you know, a little glute activation warm up and some, you know, beginner basic exercises, you know, for glute growth. When you're doing those, you know, your activation, you want to start out with, you know, like those 3 exercises, maybe, you know, 2 or 3 sets of 12 to 15 on each leg, you know, if you're, you know, alternating legs, and maybe, you know, 2 to 3 sets of the body weight squats, you know, anywhere from 15, you know, 25 on those. When you're moving to your Smith machine, you know, good rule of thumb, you know, is, you know, you want to start off, again, make sure you're comfortable with your weight, don't add too much, and, you know, start off with the bar if you need to, make sure that your form is correct, and then, you know, simple, you know, exercises would be maybe 4 sets of 12 to 15 for each one.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to the workout today. Appreciate it, Alicia, to coming by and showing us. Y'all be sure to follow Alicia at
on Instagram. It's alicia.renee.ifbbpro.
So y'all be sure to follow her, and I'm sure she'll be spitting out more tips for y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed the workout, and hopefully this is one of many that she'll be coming back and showing y'all a lot more tips on how to hit the troubled areas. So thanks for tuning in, and y'all stay tuned in the next video.